Hey everybody, as you can see, I'm sitting outside today. It is a beautiful, beautiful, almost too sunny of a day here in Layton, Utah. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't even know the temperature. I'll have to look it up. I'm just kind of blown away how gorgeous it is here. I decided to do this show outside today because we had gone on a motorcycle ride. Sorry for the lateness today, but what happened is I forgot that Thomas had committed to helping serve brunch at a senior citizen center, and some of the kids did not show up, so I went to volunteer to help. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I just realized I've got my tape measure wrapped around my neck. April wears it and she trips over it because she's so short. She almost killed herself the other day. So I'm going to look up the weather real quick while I talk to you guys because it is just beautiful. I hope the cars from the road over by our house are will not be too loud. I'll turn this up more. Can everybody hear me okay? I hope. So waving hello to everybody. The sun is hitting me right in the face so I can barely see. But in Utah right now where we are, it is a nice, cool 63 degrees. Just wonderful. 63 degrees here today. So when I suggested to my husband I wanted to do the show from outside, what a beautiful Easter Sunday. So we are excited about that. But I had to kind of angle, and I may have to angle a little bit differently as the sun hits me. But I noticed that a lot of you are on, and I thank you for coming a couple of hours late for me today, 3 hours late. I'm back and everything. I fell asleep on the motorcycle while they were in Barnes & Noble getting Thomas some German book, and I completely fell asleep, and I sent the picture to Gavork, and he just burst out laughing. He goes, "You must be exhausted." And I am. So there's a number of things I want to talk about today. April is not here. Her husband had to work at the other restaurant he used to work at, which is owned by the new restaurant, and so nobody to watch the kids. Plus, it was Easter, and she needed some time off with the family. So happy, blessed Easter to everybody. For those of you that celebrate, we went to Mass, and it was a beautiful ceremony this morning, so lots of love to all of you. But so much going on, and I can't read the messages. I mean, I look so funny here trying to read the messages because the sun's just pounding down. So I'm not ignoring any of you, but I do notice that Noreen Burkett is on. And Noreen, I want to thank you. Noreen always gives me ideas on fabric, and she suggested the whitewash board. We have the wood. She suggested whitewashed. It's going to be freaking awesome. It came in 14 count because she was the first to order it. It arrived. It's amazing, amazing, amazing fabric. I think it's going to be probably right up there with our parchment and our wood in sales. Think of beach scenes, think of everything. But Gavork, bless his heart, did some awesome, awesome, awesome fabrics this week, and we're calling it Lace Week. He has decided to do a whole release of this lace and sent me pieces of it. And he's done a new thing where he's going to be making these small cuts in all these different colors, 12 by 14, which is really, really cool. We're going to try to keep the prices lower. The circle inside is about 6 inches, gives you enough room to frame on the side, but gives you plenty of room to frame up here. There's still enough room to do some things if you want to, or you can bring it down. But awesome, awesome fabrics. Comes in a ton of sizes. We'll talk about that. That'll be freaking awesome. Let me grab my drink. And I'll have April here to talk to me so she can talk while I take a sip. So bear with me today. But anyway, I believe I did say the circles are about little over 6 inches, about 6 inches. So no matter what count. Am I pixelating, guys? So anyway, I the funny thing is I'm on my Mac and I can't see anything. I hope I'm not pixelating, but I just look like I was pixelating there. Sorry about that if I am. But anyway, so much going on today. Here. Okay, no pixelating. Okay, here's my list of what we're going to talk about. I kind of made me a list while I was on the motorcycle driving, kind of writing this down. Jim's laughing at me. But first of all, I want to talk about As you guys know, Lizzie Kate closed their doors yesterday. They will still be filling my orders because I placed a last order at the last minute. He gave me until yesterday morning to place that final order. We are still awaiting about 16 boxes from them to come in, so we will have plenty of backstock. What I did is I decided to invest and buy a lot of their better patterns, their better kits, like A Good Marriage at Our House, some of the boxers, and I decided to buy quite a few of them so that I would have extras in stock. So everybody should be covered with everything that was taken in orders. If you ordered some kits at the very last minute, I know he did say they were running very, very low, and they didn't know if they'd be able to fill all of my orders, but we're hoping and praying that they will. So, Terry was saying the new 12 by 14 would look great for wedding gifts, and it's going to be amazing, Terry. We'll talk about that. We'll go into great detail about that. But so anybody that needs Lizzie Kate's, please PM me, because I'll be the one to know if I ordered extras of those, instead of asking Tina or Alicia or April, because they don't know my stock. And so if you could do that, that would be really awesome. So if there's certain ones, Ruth Butters, I've got your message. Yolanda, I've got your message, and I'll follow up with you after the show. As you can see, Thomas hung up the banner behind me, but I had to move because of the sun. But he was such a great kid and hung that up for me. I'm on my back deck, so just having a good time. But anyway, I wanted to talk about a few things. Again, we're back up to over 300 unpaid invoices. We have to talk about this every couple of months. If you are on the layaway program and you make your monthly payments or your weekly payments or your bi-weekly payments, however you set it up, you are perfectly fine. However, if you are on the layaway program and you haven't made payments, you will lose those layaway privileges. If you correspond with me and let me know what's going on, I have no issues. We have about 15 people on layaway. You will remain on layaway. We are just really deciding if we're going to continue the layaway program for new people, new stitchers. It is quite a hassle for us because when you guys pay a partial payment, it pops into our shipping program, and we don't see that it was a partial payment, and we've been known to ship stuff and then not get paid for it. So it's a lot of paperwork for us. It's a lot of hassle for us. Those of you that we know are on payments, we can cancel your order in the shipping program, but sometimes we have to go in and mark, oh, it's paid completely. So if you are getting ready to pay off an invoice, pay off an invoice completely, message us and say, hey, I completed this payment. Message me so that when I go into the shipping program, I don't automatically cancel it, because I did that with someone last month. I felt so badly about it. I just assumed she hadn't finished paying it off. So anyway, layaways are great. You've got to remember that because of the PayPal fees, every time that you make a payment, we are charged 30 cents per transaction. So even though you might have an invoice, we get charged that transaction and then a fee. International customers, we occur almost a 2% fee on top of the already 2.9% fees we pay in addition to the transaction fees. So that's why we've had to start to instill a little service fee for every payment so that we don't get hit with those. Okay, also for you that are still waiting for some stuff from Nashville, the primitive hair pin sets have not arrived yet. And, Madame Lafay and La Coulière are supposed to be on the way to me and should arrive tomorrow according to customs. So I'm really, really hoping that happens. So I see all these comments, but I can't see them, guys. So I'm really sorry. The last one I saw was Terry's here. So I'm sorry if I can't see them. So anyway, for those of you in the fabric party, please do not share your fabrics online till everybody has received theirs. Everybody should be receiving February and March this week. We don't want to, it's a surprise to them. They're excited when they open it. Thank you, Mary Sparkman, for sending me a photo of them because I had not seen them. I did see 2 of them today. Gavork sent them to me express mail along with the lace. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. I can't tell you which one's my favorite, but I have to say that little bright one's pretty cool. So I think that was a March one. Anyway, so we're catching up. Fabric Party, anybody wants to sign up, you go to myfabricparty.com. And it's a monthly. You can sign up for monthly. You can sign up for seasonal, which is also monthly. I can tell you that seasonal for January, I believe, was tulips. Michelle Gabriel used them. Everybody's just been so happy with the fabrics. He's got a really unique take on the fabrics. I give him ideas. I input ideas into his genius brain, and he just goes with it. He's just brilliant. Gavork is just amazing. I'm honored to work with him, thrilled to work with him. He's the easiest guy to work with in the world, and he's just running this show all by himself. For those of you that have been asking about Nick, who works for him and does some dyeing for him, Nick is still hospitalized and will be having surgery this week. So if you're a praying type person, please keep Nick in your prayers. He could use all the prayers in the world. Young guy going in for brain surgery. So lots of love to Nick and everyone during this. And also Gavork working 16, 17 hours a day, dyeing all these hours, kind of like I am shipping. So let's talk shipping. For those of you that had Lizzie Kate orders and had other things in your orders, we were holding until we got all the Lizzie Kates. We received 6 boxes of Lizzie Kates this week, and we were hoping to get your orders out this week. April is only working 9 hours this week at the shop shipping. The second she walks in at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, she's going to ship from 8 till 11. That's all she'll be doing. So during those times, 8 to 11 Mountain Time, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, please do not contact April at that time, or know that she will get back to you. But that's all we are doing is shipping. I've got a lot out yesterday. I'll be getting a ton out tomorrow. I'm going to start working again after I get off today, after I get done with the show album, and I'm going to just keep continuing shipping. For those of you that are awaiting Farmhouse, most of you have had it shipped. What happened is when we got our order, we didn't realize we were 40 short, so they are being rushed to me and should be here tomorrow. So everybody should get their Farmhouse this week. Welcome to the Forest from Country Cottage Needlework. The first one has arrived. For those of you that didn't sign up for that, I'm going to tell you, cute, 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 cute. I think this is going to be a fun, fun, fun series. There's such a big difference between mom and daughter designing. CCN, she does these cutesy little animals and cutesy little things, where Diane does more of a primitive type look. I don't stitch either one of them. That's not my kind of take on cross stitch. You know, I mean, they're awesome, but I wasn't a big Lizzie Kate stitcher either. I mean, I've probably stitched 10 in my life, but I still love their designs. But I think this Welcome to the Forest is going to be really, really cute. Remember that if you don't want to start it because it's a mystery sampler and you don't want to start it, you can always order it when it's in the process or when it's all completed. Really, really cute stuff. So if Tina and Alicia, I have to give both of them huge, huge shout outs. They have been helping so, so, so much this week. I'm going to be talking with Alicia this afternoon, giving her some ideas about possibly her taking some fabric up to Canada and selling it in the groups, because I know a lot of people in Canada are terrified of buying from America with the customs and with everything. And so we're looking at going into some kind of business with her, doing that, where she could supply some of the Canadians some of our fabrics. So that will be fun. So we're looking forward to working with her. I really like Alicia. So a huge shout out to both of you. So I've got such a great team and a great group that's why I'm so proud to do what I do. I love what I do. I love the group, even though I work 16, 18 hours a day and can barely get away to be with hubby or anything. I do it because I love it, and I do it because I love you guys. So, oh, how funny is that? I just got a message from Joanne Elliott. Been trying to get hold of her forever, and I just saw that a message from Joanne Elliott just came in. How funny is that? I've been trying to get hold of her for months to get y'all's patterns. So this is so funny that she just messaged me. So So she just is asking if I'll be selling on my own shop or through eBay, and because she doesn't sell to eBay websites, and so I will let her know that I don't do eBay anymore. I do very little eBay. So anyway, Joanne Elliott, looks like they're on their way. So we're really excited about that. Alicia, can you remind me to message her when I get done, because I'll completely forget. So also, one thing that I want to talk about is also, don't forget the fabric viewer. Dana Oliver has myfabricviewer.com, and you can go over there and find a lot of GiveWorks fabrics and put them on different designers' different designers' patterns on top of our fabric, and you can see how awesome it is. And also, it's a really good place to see the fabric until Alicia and Michelle and I can get all the fabrics up on the website. Mary. So Mary Sparkman asked us about this Mike Vickery chart. It's brand new. It's called October Rooster. She was wondering, since it was called October, was it going to be a new series? So I know Mike, so I called Mike, and I've had 2 or 3 conversations with Mike over the last few days. And Mike said, I would love for you to ask your group if this will be on a series. So I called him and I said, hey, Mike, they're wondering if this is going to be a series. Are you going to do 12 different roosters, monthly roosters? Are you going to do monthly animals or what? And he said, Cindy, I hadn't even thought about it. And I said, well, I think it would be awesome if you did 12 different chickens. I mean, can you imagine a chicken with like 4-leaf clovers coming off for Thanksgiving and hearts coming off for Valentine's? I think it'd just be awesome. So I told him about my fabric, Autumn Maples, which I would stitch it on. I think it would be freaking awesome on Autumn Maples. But I also mentioned that I'm looking at GiveWork to design a piece of fabric with chicken wire. You know how we have the Berkshire beehive fabric? I think with a white background with gray chicken wire would just be freaking awesome. So I'm talking to him about that, and I think it'll be awesome. But I talked to Mary Sparkman. Mary said she thought it'd be an awesome idea to have 12 different chickens, whether they be roosters or chicks or hens or whatever. So I've passed that information on to Mike, and he's going to work on it. So that is the power of the eBay community, and especially our group, reaching out to different customers and getting ideas. And that's why some of our successes of our fabric has been so, oh wait, this is getting smaller and I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not as smart as the computer. I just made this smaller. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. So also, I wanted to talk about the plastic floss bobbins. These are a hard plastic. They have this little slit here. This is where some people put their DMC number, but to me it seems kind of weird. Just write it up there. But you have a little slit here to hold your floss so it doesn't dangle off. But these are really hard, sturdy. They fit in Plano fishing tackle boxes that you can pick up at Cabela's or Walmart. They're a double-sided floss box, and at one point I know they did hold over 450 floss if you only use one skein per floss. If you get more, but I know some people have 2 or 3 of the Plano floss boxes. If I can get down to the shop, I'll dig mine out and show you what it looks like. Or the next time I'm near a Walmart, I'll go in and take a photo of the floss boxes. But we have these in stock. We have plenty in stock. We have over 2,000 in stock. We sell them in groups of 100. And they're reasonable. They're a good price. I use a Sharpie to just write the number up here. So if you've got Sullivan's, I would just write S and then the number, or Anchor A and then the number, DMC and then the number up at the top. With a Sharpie, it stays right on. I like it better with a Sharpie than stickers because stickers over time can come off where the Sharpie tends to stay. So that's what we're going to talk about. Also, in stock, for those of you that are wondering, this is the Keeper of the Pins from Little House Needlework. This was a Nashville order. It's a Nashville kit for Nashville. It comes with the 3 strawberry pins and all of the floss. We have a few in stock. They had ran out at Nashville, got me my order, so we do have some in stock. They are expensive. I mean, they're not cheap, but man, you get like, oh, how many skeins of floss? I can't even count here. And then these awesome pins. I think it's in the 30 some range, but really, really, really cute. Be awesome on it. Wonky cut or just a fun fabric. So wanted to show you those. Also, last Saturday during Wonky Weekend, Jen Lange came up and helped me. She was so awesome about it. And when she saw all the tra-la-las, she decided to hurry and list them for me. But the funny thing is she listed them and nobody bought them because they thought they were hers. Not that there's anything wrong with Jen, but they are mine. We will get a tra-la-la order up. These retail for $14 a piece. They are darling, darling. They're just so cute. This is a Christmas with mice, which is just so cute. I have a couple of these. Here's the winter roulette de hiver, winter, autumn with the witch. Could be just a lady, but she looks like a witch with her hat. Oh my gosh. Her little skinny legs with the sheep. This is the witch with her brew. Wouldn't that be awesome on one of our orange fabrics? One of our fallen or even parchment or something. And then we have reindeers and the elves and Santa. We have all of them coming in. They should all be in this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. And once they come in, we'll get an album up. They are really, really, really cute. New designer for us. They've been around for a while, but they've been picked up by Hoffman, so we will be carrying them. Also, rumor going around, and Brenda Gervais from With Thy Needle and Thread wanted me to quash the rumor. Wordplay is not out of print. Wordplay is not out of print. We have Wordplay. We have all of them. We have them all in stock. They are a darling, darling, darling design. I just pulled a few of them just so you could kind of get an idea of what they are. This was January's. Of course, I'm going to pull March because I love shamrocks and I love Ireland. Really cute. We do have them in stock for anybody that wants them. They are $9 each. Here's April. So, so, so cute. But the rumor around some of the Facebook groups is that they had been retired, and they are not retired. Sorry, guys. It's really hot out here in the sun. So, I'm just trying to scroll down. Donna just showed up. Hi from Texas. So Jane just said that's $14.40 for the bobbins of 100, I believe. And I believe she is correct. I think they were $16. You get 10% off that. So also some more from Brenda Gervais. This came out at Nashville. We got them in yesterday. They are restocked. And for those waiting for summer, it is restocked. She was a little slow. I think she was a little overwhelmed from Nashville. Indigo Lane. Beautiful, beautiful designs. So we can get any and all Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread patterns that are in print. Okay. There's so much to talk about, but I'm just going to go into the lace. And you guys have to be ready for this. Ready for this. This is really, really cool. So I asked of work for months and months and months to do lace. Okay. I don't know if it's a male thing, that he thought lace wasn't going to sell, or if he didn't want to get on that effeminate side, or what. But finally, when I talked him into it, he did it. Now, we're kind of going a whole different route. We're going to do great big pieces of lace where you can get whatever size you want in lace, big lace, but we're going to do 2 different sizes of circles. We're going to do the small 6-inch circles on 12 by 14. And this is going to be reasonably priced. You'll be able to frame those. Those are great wedding gifts. In fact, awesome for weddings, to frame them, to make them into different things. He just sent me an email right before we started. So what they're going to be is they'll do Ada. And this color will be $9.99, $10.99 if you want it opal. Even weave will be $12.99, $13.99 if you want it opal, and linen will be $15.99, linen if you want it opal. This is a special deal he's doing just for the group to do these. Unbelievable price. This will be amazing. Amazing. He's going to do about 14 colors. He didn't put the colors on them, so what I'm going to try to do, he sent them to me in linen. So if Pandora or anybody wants any of these, I've got these in stock right now and we can get more. But this is kind of a pinkish on top of a taupe. It's kind of cool. And then he's done white on beige. And these are going to be really hard to see because of the sun, but you can get an idea. Then he's done fairy mist with white. Holy moly, freaking awesome. This is definitely my favorite one. White on fairy mist. So these are going to be small. They're going to be easy to order. They're going to be awesome to frame. You'll still, you know, he's keeping it in the 6-inch. If you need, people say, well, there won't be enough room to frame it. If you don't have enough room to frame it, you can always add a strip of fabric onto it to sew it. But I think you should be okay with this, especially if you use pins on foam core board. I think you should be okay. These are awesome. So again, the circles are 6 inches. I'm just going to show you some more colors. Light lilac with white with the circle. So many designs, so many ideas, and I'm going to show you some in a little while that are kind of cool. Here is kind of a Victorian green. It's a light Victorian green, kind of a gray green, but really, 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 really pretty. Be awesome with a Christmas tree inside. Oh, just awesome. He really outdid himself. This is a mauve that is kind of a really pretty with kind of a pinkish thing on it. This one's really cool, pink on white. So you can see that he's really, really, really gone to town here. I believe this is kind of a taupe with a white center. Very clever. Very, very clever. So those will all be listed this afternoon when I get done. This one is kind of a marbled center. And I know this one already has Diane Koski's name on it. I know she'll want this. This is a beautiful, beautiful purple lilac with a lighter lilac lace. Really subtle, really nice. So that's where we're at on that. Now, he's also got these awesome, awesome, huge pieces with the white. This is white on aqua. So this just gives you such a great idea about things you can think of. And Diane said to me today when she saw the large purple, she goes, beautiful, but what would you stitch on it to not be overwhelmed? That may take a lot of thinking. And the other thing to think about also on it that you want to think about is maybe you could do a full coverage piece, small full coverage, and then have the lace background, which might be kind of cool. You could do, you know, something that is, you know, like a square piece that has a white background and then have the lace as the border. Something along that line. So I'm going to give you an idea of what the colors are. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. This is white lace on brown, and this is a really pretty brown. It's like a chocolate brown, milk chocolate brown. He's done white lace on toffee, which is more like a lighter, like a coffee with cream in it. White lace on pink. Just gorgeous. I just want to put this on my table as a tablecloth. It's so gorgeous. And I know it's going to be really exciting. White lace on purple, which we're really excited about. That's going to be really cool. That's the one I showed Diane, and she's like, well, yeah, but what would you do to stitch it so it doesn't get overwhelming? And she's right. This is white lace on dusty rose. I see any number of the Mirabilia ladies on this. Any of them. You know, as a background, I think they would be just amazing. And then we have white on gray. I'm sorry, gray lace on white. Beautiful. And then we have white lace on Merlot. And I think he was thinking of April on this one. White lace on Merlot. I think these are endless opportunities to make it your own. I can just see people now going through their patterns going, And I challenge you guys to do that. I think it'd just be awesome. Here's a white lace on a beige lilac, on a light lilac. Just beautiful. So I have some others that I've paired up with things, so we'll talk about those. But because the show is kind of just me and we're kind of going on the show, and we're already at the 30-minute mark, he is also, as we talked about in Nashville, doing these small cuts of different fabrics. So Gavork is doing the smaller cuts on these fabrics, and I'll tell you how I'll measure them right now. They will be ready for sale as soon as he catches up with me. They are 13.5 by about 12. So they're about 12 by 14. They're going to be probably in that same price range. So that we have the American flag, which is just amazing. We have the Pledge of Allegiance, and it will be done in landscape and in portrait. The We the People, which will be awesome. The apron. Think of all the fun things you could put on this apron. Our design will fit on the bigger one. We have the design that says, "Good mothers let you lick the beaters, but great mothers turn off the beater first," or whatever. Turn it off first. So these are just some ideas. We also are doing the wine in the 12 by 14s, and we're doing the awesome chalkboard. Think of teachers. This would be a great. I see this as so clever. We're doing an alphabet where we're going to put like Miss Reynolds, 6th grade or 2nd grade or kindergarten. And you could put this in a little frame that you could pick up at Hobby Lobby. It'll fit into an 8 by 10 frame. Put the child's name on the frame, or put the classroom or the school or whatever. Very, very clever. So I'm going to get into some patterns that I paired with some of these. But for all of you that were wondering about the Final Frontier, I've had a number of people ask me what it looks like. Here is the Final Frontier in linen. Diane, yours is on the way. It is awesome. And we have the Final Frontier book from Stony Creek that has the sky, what do you call it? What do the astronauts go up into? Space shuttle. My gosh. The sun's hitting me. So, yeah, right. It's the sun. It's exhaustion. So, so Eileen is asking if we can get the lace solid without any circles in any color. Absolutely. You'll be able to get the lace, any color you saw with circles, you'll be able to get in solid lace. So the opening size on the small ones are 6 inches. The pieces are 12 by 14. You can trim them down if you want on the top and bottom. So, but they are 16 inches. So just so you guys know, this is going to be our fabric. And it was my idea. It took 6 months to get him to do it, but he did it. And next is the same colors with white paisley on top. So keep in mind, we're going to do it with white paisley also. So a paisley print on top. And Jane Siddell came to us with that, asking if there was a way we could do that. And I said, absolutely. So that will be our next release, probably in middle to late April. So we've just got to catch up on all these lace orders. So anyway, as he was doing these fun designs, here's the beer one, which I thought was appropriate, the beer, hops, and the stein. I thought, let's go through some patterns and see what I can find. And for anybody that hasn't seen Pineberry Lane's new little shamrocks, it's so cute. But I thought this little girl with the shamrocks would be so cute in the center of this one right here. I think she's so cute. But this is really, really a cute pattern. It has nothing to do with beer, but when I think of shamrocks, I think of beer. So I thought she would be cute. Or you go with Janice Note, and you get one of hers in here, and she's got the beer pin cushion and you know, on pins and needles, if not for a little beer. And that's a little pin cushion. You could make it into different things, but just really cute. There's some cute ideas for there. Also, you could put this in the mirror in the April's Evening, the wine one. Wouldn't that be darling in there? Janice, if you're watching today, thought you'd get a kick out of that. I can hear the little neighbor kids. They're having an Easter egg hunt across the street from us. So you're going to hear kids for a few minutes, but we've only got about 10 minutes more. There are grandpas and grandmas. We've been living here now about 25 years, and I've watched those kids grow up from little kids, and now they've all got a slew of kids. They must have 4 kids, and they must have 12 or 15 grandkids over there. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, just so you guys know, Raise the Roof Shakespeare Peddler is back. She is back designing, and some of her old prints will be put back in. Loved her series of the clothesline. A little late for Peter's Cottontails, but it's really cute. Getting ready for Sam's sock shirts and such. I thought these were really cute designs. So I'm just going to run through these really quick to give you an idea of what I picked out today without April's help. I thought I did okay. So, of course, you know me. I'm going to do the sheep bag. But the funny thing is this is punch needle. For those of you that have not done punch needle, it is absolutely really fun, and it's coming back big time. Okay, this is one I wanted to talk about. Michelle Gabriel is huge on making it her own. Very, very big on making it her own. And I always am so proud of her that she makes it her own. She takes elements of designs and she puts them into other designs. And Michelle, you just get such huge kudos for that. So I love the Great Pumpkin Conspiracy by Cricut. But to me, it's a little busy, but I would just like to take elements of it. And what better element than to put it on one of our 12 by 14 Pose Crows. And just take a little bit of it, put it at the bottom, and you've stitched probably a day's worth of stitching, and it's going to look like $1,000,000. Just thought that was really cool. So take elements of designs. So when you ladies and gentlemen are looking tonight through all your designs to figure out what you're going to put on lace, think of elements of designs. And Deborah, thank you. Deborah says that lace fabric is just amazing. So, oh my gosh, Karen Kirk is here. Karen, isn't it a little early for you where you're at? Or maybe I came 3 hours later hoping that you would be up. For all of you who do not know, Karen and her husband run the linen sampler, mystery sampler, the linen thread mystery sampler down in Australia. And Karen will be carrying our fabrics. They're going to be placing an order with us next month to be carrying our fabrics down in Australia. So we're very happy to have Karen. And Bryn with us today too. So remember, keep these things. So here's another one I wanted to make my own, and I laughed. I kind of giggled when I did this. I was thinking of Jane Siddell because she hates spiders. But this is cute, but it's just got, it's really cute. We have a lot of this pattern, by the way. It's Playing with Jacks, and it also has this cute little mitten up here, which is kind of weird, but it's cute. But think of what you could do, and instead of putting it like on parchment or anything, wouldn't this just be so cute behind it? Karen, look at that. So I thought on cobwebs would just be freaking awesome. I just think that would just be amazing. So just so you guys know, Karen saw our lace in Nashville. And Karen, we've just released a ton of new ones and small ones. So you might want to watch the show again so you can see, but we will put up an album afterwards. Show you some new designs with my ideas. This is new from Bobby G. And it's cute. It's got this darling little cat with shoes and a purse. And I thought, wouldn't it be cute to put on lace on parchment, but then color in the purse? You don't really necessarily have to color in the shoes, but color in the purse or outline it in a different color. But I think that would be so cute. So, and then we have the new one from Carol Manning. It Takes a Village. And I paired it with Sweet Baby James, who is named after my grandson, who will be 2 on the 26th. Okay. Don't go away. Sorry, I fell. The pattern fell. Fabrics come to us, and sometimes on the picture we go, okay. Well, this was one that April named called Jawbreaker. I thought, okay, it's my all-time favorite fabric that Gavork has ever done. Now, this is it in 28 even weave, so it's softer, but it looks like, she called it Jawbreaker because it looked like the inside of a jawbreaker. I see hippie stuff. I see VW VWs, I see buses, I see everything on this. I see so much on this piece of fabric. But what I really see is Carol Manning's eggs, because they look like eggs. They're just cute, just cute. So Penny Swift is writing down the small cuts. Oh, give me strength, be able to put my pen down. Well, Penny, there's still more to show you, so hold on. Just kidding. So as you guys know, Marilyn died a number of years ago from Lavender and Lace Told in a Garden, Butternut Road. Her daughter is Nora Corbett. She passed away, but she left her business with Beth. Beth is now fixing any errors on patterns that had been noticed, that had been documented. She's redoing them all, and a lot of them are now coming back out in print. Isabella's Garden, Fairy Fly Fairies is coming back out, I believe, next month, maybe a little bit later. It's taken her longer than she had anticipated to fix the errors and get them redone. From what I understand, she pretty much had to redo the whole thing, the whole program. So, but anyway, for those of you that haven't seen Isabella's Garden, I was thinking on a whole different light. I was thinking abalone, either the dark side or the light side, because you get the whole piece. You get the whole piece, so you could pick a little bit of it just to soften it up, because the fabric that Marilyn used at the time, back in the 1980s or 90s, whenever this came out, late 80s, early 90s, it was really boring. And it was, she used copper penny, and that's such a dark, dark fabric for such a cute little girl. So I think this would just be really sweet. Okay, here's a really unique one, and I have no idea what I would put on it. This is called, you ready for this one? This one, I don't have a name. He didn't name it. But it is kind of a gray-green. And I don't know if I would call it white on gray or white on dark gray or whatever. But just to make, I was trying to figure out real quick before the show started what I would put on this. I was thinking along the line of different Mirabilias and different Nora Corbetts to make them stand out, to give them a background. Maybe necessarily not this one, but some other ones of their designs, because some of their designs are so beautiful. But remember that if you're stitching on a 16 or 18 count, many of the Nora Corbett designs of women are smaller than 9 inches. And in our big circles, those are 9 inches. I mean, those are smaller than 9 inches, and they would fit in that circle. Just be breathtaking. This one's bigger because this is a Mirabilia. The Noras tend to be smaller, but she would be beautiful on one of our laces, and we will have a ton of colors. So just thinking outside the box there. Also, another small one, Penny Swift, just so you know, our small coffee. And we thought of putting on it either Rise and Grind or It's 7 a.m. somewhere. Also, on our beer one or our wine one, Amy Brucken, who is one of our new favorite designers, has one called It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's got cocktails, and it's really cute. That'd be really cute. I've got stuff all over me, little floss things all over me. But I am starting to run out of time, so I'm going to scroll through these. Through the Woods, back in print. It was out of print for a short time. I think there was an error on the pattern. And being the weird Cindy I am, I placed it with Acapulco water because I just thought it was so cool. And I don't know, it's just an unusual color. The color does not give it a good name because it's kind of an aqua with a little bit of filaments in it. I think it would kind of give it that sky look of the winter sky in Over the River and Through the Woods. You're probably thinking, why is she showing snow? But this fabric came in and I thought it was so cool. For those of you that are doing Main Street, this would be beautiful. And Tracy, let's talk, because this may be another option to you instead of aqua. This is just awesome. Okay, a few more patterns that came in this week. Spring ABCs from Little House Needleworks. Just so you guys know, she's doing all the series. I placed it on Historic Green because I just felt that the color that she used did not make that stand out at all. I thought it was a little boring, but I would change the ABCs to a blue because I'm not just a real big grain person. Can you guys hear my chickens? My chickens are screaming at me like, come feed us. Honey, you guys have been fed. So, okay, next. for all of you. It is a series called Letters from Mom. It's from Jeanette Douglas up in Canada. It's going to be a series. She uses unbelievable. There's going to be 12 charts. Her threads are amazing. This is going to be a huge, huge, huge project. But it's called Letters from Mom, and she places them in a folder, like a letter folder. I know Tina Lalonde and a couple of people have ordered this already. This is the very first part that came out. And a lot of people said, well, I don't want to stitch it on linen. I want to do it on Aida. Perfect. You can do that. What better fabric to stitch it on than something like parchment? On parchment would make it look old, would make it look collectible, would make it look antique. And I think it'd give a really neat look. If you don't like that weathered look of parchment, then I would stitch it on old fashioned or something like that. Before I run out of time, I want to hit this. Now, don't all gasp and don't all, faint. Gavork outdid himself. White lace on fairy mist. And to me, I think this is one of the most beautiful fabrics he ever did. This camera is not doing it justice. Up close, it's frickin' amazing. One of the most beautiful fabrics I've ever seen, and I like it even more than Jawbreaker, which is hard. Two totally different fabrics, but it's really, really soft. And I thought, what a great idea to put some of the fairy holidays on that. So this is Miss New Year's Eve, the exclusive to Hoffman. She would be so stunning on this, and then cut it bigger. So when you say, Cindy, I need a piece to do Miss New Year's Eve, but I want to have 6 inches all the way around, because you want to use that lace as part of the picture. So that's something you have to keep in mind when you're using our fabrics. A lot of people will say, well, I want 3 inches. A lot of times you're going to want more, because you don't want to frame it down to 3 inches. You want to have a couple of inches of it on each side as part of the frame, because part of our fabrics become part of your art. So they become, part of that design. So this picture behind me that you can see that's empty, that still doesn't have Gavork's picture in it. So instead of framing your design right down to the bottom of that frame, you would center it in the middle, or even center it low, but have background fabric all behind it. Just be beautiful. Beautiful. And I think that would be really, really cool. So a couple more real quick before we go. I've got the Halloween Fairy from Mirabilia. Again, these are only kits. They do come with linen, and you can always sell the linen. You can use the linen on other projects. If you do want Aida, we can exchange it for Aida. You can use that on a different project. But I picked this gorgeous white lace on buttermilk. I think she would just stand out so much on white lace on buttermilk. I think she'd be beautiful. I love how he named that one. Again, here is one from Annalie Waite. I asked her at market if she was trying to do Peter Rabbit here. But for anybody that needs a little girl pattern, this is one of our circles. And I thought she'd just be beautiful in one of the circles. She fits perfectly right in there. You could put the little girl's name on there, or do a birth certificate, birth announcement, or whatever. Okay, then we get into more Annalie Waite. We have a ton of this pattern. Don't know why we have so many. I can't believe I ordered this many. I must have seen that it was just gorgeous on the wall and had to have it. She used, she didn't even say what color of linen she used. She, beach walk linen from Witchelt. It was kind of boring. It was really green, and it didn't bring out the greens. So I thought it'd be really pretty on old fashioned. And I thought I thought it would make the colors stand out really, really well. Beautiful piece at market, beautiful. And then we get into another one of hers, Holidays, Love, and Joyful. Very, very awesome. And I put it with tiny neutral snowflakes. Okay, I'm going to hurry here because I'm at 49. Okay, we all saw the mermaid, and from Fairy Wool in the Lawn, Fairy Wool in the Wood. Fairy Wool in the Lawn. I don't know where I came up with that. Comes with a charm. It's this sailor that found his mermaid. And I thought it'd just be fun to put in this. Put in the circle. Make it your own. Put it in the circle. Hang the little seashell off of it. Would be really sweet. Okay, this is my craft room from Fairy Wool in the Wood. And I thought would be just awesome, awesome on lace, white lace on pale blue. Wouldn't that be just cool? Also, Sue Hillis has a book called So Many Memories, and So Many Memories would look really, really cool on there, on any of the lace colors. Another circle we have, it's kind of a weird color. It's kind of a gray on a teal. And I thought, what better pattern to put on it than M is for Mermaid from Heartstring Sampler with Beth Twist. Just thought that would be awesome. Today's kind of a rush show. Sorry, ladies. This one is really, really cool. This is the bigger circle, 9 inches on our 18 by 27s. You can do it this way or this way. And I started thinking about some of the Noras that would go really cool in it. I thought white clover would be awesome. Mary Watson, this is your pattern. It came in today, delivered on Sunday, which I thought was so weird. But I know she's waiting for white clover or white trumpet. I can't remember. But anyway, they came in today. So, but this is an awesome pattern. She's kind of boring on this fabric. I thought she'd be awesome on that. And then Gavork did it. The white circle on Fairy Mist. Absolutely stunning. And I don't know if Philip Grace is watching today, but Grace is always asking what she would stitch on it. You could stitch Wisteria, you could stitch Violet, or you could even go and just do the Silver Dragonfly. They all fit in the center, which I think is really cool. And then this was just a really, really weird one. I don't know what he was thinking, but I know people are going to like it. It looks like Grandma's old stained doily on her dresser that she spilt coffee on or got stained over the years, but he did it on parchment. Not sure I like it, but it's really unique. But I thought it would be really cool with Beth's Twist Queen Bee pincushion. Right in the center would just be so cool. You wouldn't have to make it a pincushion. A lot of people see these pincushions and scissor fobs and love the idea, but they don't want to stitch. They don't want to make it because they don't sew. Freedom Smiles and the 12 by 14 penny. No. O is for Oh Glory. It'd be really cool down there, right underneath there. I belong to the Cross Stitch Nation, again from Beth Twist. What better fabric to put it on than, what did Gavork call this? Gray lace, greenish blue. How funny. So this is white on greenish blue lace. Got to remember that one. Last but not least, and then I have one other thing to show you. This one's called Be Kind Always. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you can't see. Be kind. This was from Beth. It's beautiful. It's a sweet, sweet old sampler. Look awesome in anybody's house. And I love that she found the frame in a thrift store. And I thought parchment. I thought it'd just be awesome on parchment. Looks old. Go to a thrift store, find an old frame. One thing I want to tell you real quick before I close. For those of you that are looking for the Pacos, they are back in stock. We do have the Pacos. So what you do with this, you thread your needle for your whole project. Then you stick them in. You write the numbers and you stick them in. And it's kind of cool. Also, rumor has it that Hobby Lobby is discontinuing cross stitch. Rumors going around. They are having a huge sale right now. And I talked to the manager of the store and he said, we're not getting rid of cross stitch. We have 90 new designs that came in we have to make room for. So as of right now, from what I understand, Hobby Lobby is not getting rid of that. Please bear with me as I'm shipping. I've got 750 packages to ship. A lot of those are holds. Melody's song from Silver Creek Samplers and Diane Grick will not be released until the end of April, beginning of May. If you've paid for that, we've got you down for it. We'll get it shipped the second it gets here. Farmhouse has gone out to almost everybody. I think there's 40 people that will get it shipped tomorrow. And thank you for that. And if you have it, if you haven't received it by next week, let me know. We had some lost last month and they showed up 19 to 20 days late, which is so weird. We don't get that. But we mailed out so many extras and then everybody got duplicates. And so that cost us a lot of money. And thank you for the few of you that did return them to us. That was very, very sweet of you, because that helped us a lot. So anyway, lots of love to everybody. I'm at the 54-minute mark. I don't want Facebook to delete this. So love to everybody. If you guys have any questions, invoicing, Tina and Alicia, April, during the evenings, is awesome. If you have Lizzie Kate orders you still want to place, I can see if I have the stock on it. So please contact me and not them, because I know the stock. I know what I've ordered. I've got it in my head. I know what I've got in stock. And so we're hoping that all the Lizzie Kates should arrive this next week. So if you don't get your Lizzie Kate orders, because we're still waiting on some. We're waiting on a lot of the earlier numbers, like Flowers of Tomorrow, Kansas, the early ones, and we're still waiting on, like, At Our House, ABCs of Faith, ABCs of Christmas, and all that. So anyway, lots of love to all of you. And Mary Sparkman, I hope you feel better. She's had a sinus infection. So, and happy birthday to anybody that had their birthdays this week. Shout out to you. And next week's going to be a fun one, because I got a card this week in the mail that has a sheep in glitter, and I'm going to show it to everybody because it meant a lot to me. So a lot to me. So anyway, love to all of you, and we will see you in the group. Oh, and if I'm not in the group much this week, it's because I'm working 16 hours a day shipping, and I don't get in there much. But Tina, Alicia, and April have it under control, along with Jen. And thank you, Denise, also for all of your help. So love to all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.